At the end of your net zero journey, you're going to want to get certified. But what does that actually involve? Let's have a look. At the end of your net zero journey, you're going to end up with all of the MARTOC components. You will have measured your carbon emissions, you will have your aims and targets set up, your reduction projects will be in there, your tracking systems will be set up, and maybe you've chosen to offset or remove your carbon emissions from that bit that's left. What about certification? So certification is the last stage, certification and commitment, to give it its full title. That's the C of MARTOC. What does it actually involve? Well, it's just to check that all the bits are in the plan. That's all it is, okay? So when we do certification at Anistic, what we do is we run through a checklist. It's very easy. So notice we don't say that you are completely net zero as a company. We say that from what we've seen, your plan meets the publicly available standards and the net zero standards that we use. We run through a checklist and it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got my notes underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 11 things on it. So let's run through the checklist very, very quickly, just so that you're ready, so that you can have a look at these things before you actually apply for certification. First off, is everything included? When you're talking about the M, the measurement part of MARTOC, have you put the business travel in there? Are the commuting and the waste parts in there, electricity, gas, etc.? So are all the required components in there? Number 2, is the accuracy of those things acceptable? So for example, there's an estimate button. If you go to our platform, anistic.earth, there's an estimate where we've got an AI system that will look at estimating how much you emit for certain things. You can't use that for certification. It's just not accurate enough. So is the accuracy of the data in the system acceptable or not? And that's broadly, are estimates used too much or at all, or not? Number 3 is the correct period. So we look at every net zero certification has a year, generates your financial year or a tax year, and does the plan match up with that financial year, or is some of the data sort of out of kilter in terms of time? Okay, the wrong year or something crazy like that. The 4th one's pretty easy. If you're using a software platform, it's not an issue. It's, are the calculations done correctly? If you're not using a software platform, good luck. But are you using the right factors? Are the calcs done correctly? So with software, generally it's okay. It's not a problem at all. You can just assume that that's correct. The next one is targets. Are they ambitious enough? If you go in there, we're going to reduce our carbon down by 1% in the next 10. No, the targets have to be ambitious. And indeed, if you're looking for PPN 0621 accreditation, you should be looking to be net zero by 2050. So that's the kind of that's what people are looking for. Some people put 2045 in there these days as well. So are the targets ambitious? The next one, are the carbon reduction projects that you've got specified credible? So are you doing the right number of projects? Do they stack up? Are you looking at actually, delivering back on the target that you set? So we take a look at that. Next is tracking. Are you tracking correctly year on year? Is that in the plan? It should be. Offsets, bit of an interesting one really. If you want net zero certification, we do look for offsets or removals or avoidances. If you want just a standard certification, say your PPN 0621, then that is not required. Okay, so it's net zero, yes. PPN 0621, no. Next one is it signed off by a senior director? And finally, is it published on your website? They're the checks we run, just a big tick list down there. If you meet the criteria, we will certify that the plan that we're looking at meets the criteria, okay? Once you've got it, a little bit of a tip, what do? Well, you just send it out to people. You send them the plan and the certificate and just say, look, we are now certified net zero. We're very happy about that. Please join us on our journey. And that can be sent out to clients, it can be sent out to suppliers, which if you're trying to lower the emissions from your supply chain, is critical you do that. Investors, staff, whoever it is who you think will benefit from hearing, yeah, we care, we've done something about it, someone else has looked at our work, they think it's okay. All right, so that's certification in a nutshell. If you want more information about that, have a look at my book, Net Zero for Business, or go to anistic.earth and there's some stuff about that there in the software platform we have. But if you want that very easy guide about how to get your company to net zero, And if it was useful, have a look in the book. There's more information in there. Okay, I'll see you next time.